everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a video that I'm actually surprisingly very excited for. Surprising because I have historically really despised set TBRs for myself. As a mood reader, I want to choose what I want to read, when I want to read it. But last month I did try a TBR video and I actually had a lot of fun with it. And it really got me thinking, maybe I'm a changed woman. Maybe I like a TBR jar. Maybe I don't want to make a decision for myself. So we are going to be bringing it back today. So we do have my TBR jar. Yes, this is technically a crystal honey jar. I will not be accepting questions at this time. The only non-negotiable that I have for this month is the Count of Monte Cristo. I got about, let's see, 211 pages into this at the beginning of this month, and I just really needed a break. Actually, I think it was at the end of March. And I just really needed a break from it, but I have been thinking about it a lot and I am ready to return to it. So we are going to see how much of this we can read in May. And then my TBR is actually all of these two shelves. So I'm trying to see a way where I can get it all in. I might have to kind of be in the corner so that you guys can see what's going on. But we are working with these two shelves for the TBR, and some are newer, some have been on there for a very long time. So because of how large a Count of Monte Cristo is, I'm thinking we might pick 6. 6 feels right to me. 6 feels good. I am a little bit nervous. Okay, wait, hold on. I also put a lot of prompts in here that I'm actually really excited about. So I think that it'll be a good decision, but there is something always kind of nerve-wracking about it. Let's go ahead and pick the first prompt. So let's see what, oh, it fell out. Do I need to choose that one? Okay, we'll choose that one. Okay, so this is, can you even read that? I don't know if you can read it. Oh, never seen on the internet. Okay. Never seen on the internet. There are actually a few that I could choose for this. I could choose, let's see, Again and Again. I could choose The Fetishist. I could choose The Golden Apples, All Our Yesterdays, The Knowing, The End of Romance. This is a recent one that I picked up. And then all of the other ones I have heard of on the internet. All of the ones that I just said, these are the 3 that I think I would be the most interested in. The End of Romance, I actually just saw this in Barnes & Noble and I saw the spine and I was like, that is so amazing. And then I saw this little turtle and I said, sold. The little blurb is a wise, unceasingly buoyant novel about a woman who theorizes that happiness is possible solely with the eradication of all romance, only to stumble upon the kind of love that could change her forever. So that sounds very interesting. We also have All of Our Yesterdays. This says, this powerful novel is set against the background of Italy from 1939 to 1944, from the anxious months before the country entered the war, through the war years, to the Allied victory with its trailing wake of anxiety, disappointment, and grief. In the foreground are the members of 2 families. One is rich, the other is not. In All Our Yesterdays, as in all of Miss Ginsburg's books, terrible things happen. Unaliving, murder, air raids, and bombing. But seemingly less overwhelming events like a family quarrel, adultery, or a deception are given equal space, as if to say that to a victim, adultery and air raids can be equally maiming. All Our Yesterdays gives a sharp portrait of society hungry for a change, but betrayed by war. Oh, see, that sounds really good. Obviously, I think they sound good because I purchased them. This is definitely a weird girl book. The Fetishist is the story of 3 people. Kyoko, a Japanese-American punk rock singer full of rage and grief. Daniel, a philandering violinist forced to confront the wreckage of his past. And Alma, the love of Daniel's life, a Korean-American cello prodigy who spends her final days examining if she was ever truly loved. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna say no to this one. I think I'm going to do The End of Romance for this prompt. Even though I'm really also interested in this one, I'm hoping that there will be something to where I can also pick this one. Okay, one down, here we go. Okay, the next one, I don't wanna have it fall out again because I actually wanna pick it. Okay, this one. Is there anything written on this? Oh, free pick. Okay, I'm going to, is it cheating if I wait to do the free pick until the end? This is my channel, I make the rules. We're gonna come back to this one. I can do whatever I want. I don't even have to do this. Actually, it can all be a free pick if I really want it to be. Okay. This third one, I'm gonna stop holding it up because it's not focusing. One word title. Okay, okay. We have quite a few that we can do for this one. We can do Stoner, Playground, Dracula, Beloved, Erasure, Beautyland, Creep, Greenwood, Discipline, Jack. Yeah, okay, so we have a lot to choose from. What kind of book am I in the mood for? I think I'm gonna choose Beautyland. I have seen this a lot on the internet. I am just so intrigued. I just have to know what is going on here. This says, even as a child, Adina Giorno knows that she is different. She is from a faraway planet. The arrival of a fax machine allows her to... It's just so silly. The arrival of a fax machine allows her to report back on the oddities of Earthlings. For years, she makes a life for herself among the humans and dispatches transmissions on the terrors and wonders of their existence. Then a friend urges Adina to share her messages with the world. Is there any chance she is not alone? Tender, joyful, and startlingly original, Marie Helena, I'm not reading her whole name, Beautyland is a novel about the fragility and resilience of life on Earth and a story for anyone who has ever felt not quite home in this world. So I think that I'm going to really enjoy this, and I am just so jazzed that I got to pick it as a title. So that is book number 3. Okay, so this is 4. Try not to look at it. Okay. Prettiest cover. I think I already know what I'm going to choose for this one. I think I am going to choose The Knowing by Madeline Ryan. I think I'm going to choose this one. I don't even really have to look because when I was thinking about it, this one just popped up. I'm gonna see if I can get it focused, but I love all of the covers. I actually bought this because of the cover. I had never heard anything about it, but I just think that it just looks so gorgeous. And so I am very excited. It's Valentine's Day and 20-something Camille is on her way to work. Exhausted and cramping, stressed about having to face another day under the glare of her controlling passive-aggressive boss, she realizes too late that she's forgotten her phone. Her panic is instant, no scrolling, no messaging, no escaping reality, and now she faces an hours-long commute with no relief and no distractions. But as Camille gets closer to the city, her gaze turns inward. She thinks back to how she first met her poet boyfriend Manny. She remembers her dreams of opening her own floral designing business, and gradually, the world around her becomes a wonder waiting to be rediscovered. With glittering wit and wry humor, The Knowing dramatizes a day in the life of a young woman who goes to work as usual while dreaming of more. So I think that this is going to be very good. It's also kind of shorter, so that's kind of nice. But yes, definitely prettiest cover. Don't even have to think about it. Choosing this one. So now we're on 5. Person on the cover. Okay, let's see. I think, so this kind of counts as people. Down here, we have a person on here. We have Stoner, there's a person. I know there's a person on this. I don't think I'm gonna choose this one because I kind of already have a little bit of a weird girl situation going on. I don't really need more. We have anxious people, boy parts. I don't think I'm gonna choose that one, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it back. Oh my gosh, there's a lot with people on the cover, actually. Oh, you know what? I already know what I'm gonna choose. I already know what I'm gonna choose. I don't have to pull any more down. I am going to do Picnic at Hanging Rock. This one has interested me. You can see all the people on it. This one, you know what's crazy? I actually bought this at the same time as this one. I just realized that. That's really insane. So essentially the reason why I'm interested in this one, for a lot of reasons, but when I was checking it out, the bookseller was telling me that, so Joan Lindsay wrote this book, and this book is about, there's like a school for young ladies and they're having a picnic at Hanging Rock. And after lunch, a group of 3 girls climbed into the blaze of the afternoon sun, pressing on through the scrub into the shadows of the secluded volcanic outcropping. It takes place in Australia. Farther higher until at last they disappeared and they never returned. Mysterious and subtly erotic, Picnic at Hanging Rock inspired the iconic 1975 film of the same name. So essentially what's interesting about this is that Joan Lindsay had a version and a different ending of this that never saw the light of day. I think she initially wanted it to be republished after she died. And then when they were filming the movie in 1975, all of the actresses, like instead of calling them their real names, she would call them the name of the character that they were playing, and was like being really weird. Like to the point that some people think that this might have actually happened and like Joan Lindsay knows what really happened. Like there's something eerie and spooky about it. So I am just so curious to know what happens here. And then I definitely will have to watch the movie afterwards. So this is the second to last one. Oh, shoot. This is soft. Let me do the beauty influencer thing. Is this working? Can you see it? Oh, okay. So that's why they do that. Okay, this is soft DNF'd. Okay, I have a few. They're actually not on here, so let me go get them. Okay, so for context, I only ever soft DNF a book if I can tell that it has really, really great potential, but the mood that I'm in is not really allowing me to enjoy the book. And so I know that if I set it down and come back to it later, I think that it has really strong potential. So no one come for me, because these are all 3 very, very loved books and book series, and I'm not saying that I hated them. I'm saying that they had a lot of potential and I think I still will really enjoy them. So I wanted to come back. The first one is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I think, oh, let's see how far I got into this. I got 77 pages into this and said, not right now. And then we have Beartown by Frederick Bachman, and I got 100 pages into this. Typically, I give it about 100 pages to decide whether or not I'm really vibing with it, you know. And then the last one is The Raven Scholar by Antonia Hogston, and I got 274 pages into this one. Now, I think I am going to choose The Raven Scholar for a few different reasons. Number one, it is the one that I did the most recently. So Beartown and Red Rising, that was like a while ago. So I would want to restart those entire books. That was a while ago. This one was a few months ago. I still remember what we're doing. I still remember where I left off. And I actually have been thinking to myself the last few weeks, like I've kept this one on my nightstand, whereas the other 2 I have put back on my bookshelf. And I have been making eye contact and thinking to myself, like, man, I really would like to know what all the hype is, because apparently I think I'm like right on the cusp of like a really big plot twist thing, because everybody loves this book, loves it. And I don't think the second one, we have a title, but we don't have a release date yet. But everyone really likes it, and it does feel like very clever to me, and so I'm really interested in it. And so, and also the other reason why I'm going to choose this one is because I do want to film a YouTube video where I'm like giving popular books a second chance, and I want to read those too in it. So we are going to choose The Raven Scholar, which means the last one that I have is my free pick. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Okay, let's see what we have going on here. Okay, let's see what I already have. So I have a fantasy, I have a like weird girl, a classic, literary fiction. I don't have anything super contemporary, I don't think, but I also don't have a lot of stuff on here that is super contemporary. Okay, I think I'm going to choose Private Rights by Julia Armfield. I recently I listened to the podcast episode that Jack Edwards for his Inklings book club did with Julia, and I loved it. I love this woman. I have not read Salt Slow, but I have read Our Wives Under the Sea, annotated the living heck out of it. Like, enjoyed it so much. And I have had this one ever since it released. Like, on release day, I remember I was working at the bookstore and I went ahead and purchased it, and I just have not made my way to it. And in the beginning of the podcast episode, she read the first like 2 pages of the book, and her writing is just so astounding to me. I just don't understand how her brain works to form these sentences. And so I have been looking forward to this one for a really long time. I think it might be time to give it a go. It's actually a retelling of King Lear, which I thought was really interesting. It is set also in like kind of a post-apocalyptic, what happens when like the apocalypse is actively happening, like you still have to find your way to work, essentially is what it is. This says, it's been raining for a long time now. So long the land has reshaped itself and old rituals and religions are creeping back into practice. Sisters Isla, Irene, and Agnes have not spoken in some time when their father, an architect as cruel as he was revered, dies. His death offers an opportunity for the sisters to come together in a new way. In the grand glass house they grew up in, their father's most famous creation, the sisters sort through the secrets and memories he left behind, until their fragile bond is shattered by a revelation in his will. The sisters are more estranged than ever, and their lives spin out of control. Irene's relationship is straining at the seams, Isla's ex-wife keeps calling, and cynical Agnes is falling in love for the first time. But something even more sinister may be unfolding, something related to their mother's long ago disappearance and the strangers who have always seemed unusually interested in the sisters' lives. Soon it becomes clear that the sisters have been chosen for a very particular purpose, one with shattering implications for their family and their imperiled world. Like, what are you talking about? I'm really jazzed about this TBR, guys, actually. I'm very excited. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, that is it, guys. Thank you so much. To kind of go over again what we have picked: Private Rights by Julia Armfield, Picnic at Hanging Rock by Joan Lindsay, The Knowing by Madeline Ryan, Beautyland by Marie Helen Bernito, The Raven Scholar by Antonia Hogsden, and The End of Romance by Lily Myers, and as always, our non-negotiable, Count of Monte Cristo. So thank you guys so much for coming along. Stick around for the wrap up, where I will hopefully tell you that I have read all of these books and loved them. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.